Hi, Aries. So this is a special Valentine's Day reading that I am doing. This is specifically for those of you who found yourself sitting at home on Valentine's Day and you are not happy about it. And you are hoping that this doesn't happen again next year. So what I'm going to do is I am going to ask the cards what your blocks are and what can you do to maybe fix the problem so this time next year you're out with your beloved instead of sitting at home watching me on YouTube. And trust me when I say I have been in your shoes many times. I have sat at home on Valentine's Day. There have been times I have cried myself to sleep, and Valentine's Day is hard on single people, especially those who want to be with somebody. So anyway, I'm going to pull cards that could be your current blocks that you could work on. And then I'm going to pull cards for if you have somebody that you maybe have been dating or that you're thinking about that you wish you were with on Valentine's Day, but for whatever reason you're not. Then we're going to do what their blocks are and reasons why you guys are not together this Valentine's Day. So here goes. All right, Aries, please tell me. There's 3 of them. 3 cards. What blocks are the Aries currently working with that may be making them be at home by themselves on Valentine's Day? Man, there's a lot of stuff coming out here. All right, let's see what we got here. The first one is barrier. The second one is understanding. So let me think about this. Spring. Muse. Received. Patience. And tribe. Okay, so let's think about this. Okay, so the first thing that I'm thinking is that you have got a barrier around your heart, which makes me think that you are emotionally unavailable. And that could be a reason why you're home by yourself on Valentine's Day, is that there may be people that want to be with you, but for whatever reason, you've got yourself blocked off and you're not letting anybody in. And you're not, so it feels like you're not very understanding of other people. And that unconditional love is something that you need to work on. Because I guess that what feels like is like you're being a little judgmental of people, and that there may be people that are interested in you, but you have a long list of reasons why they are not good enough for you. And then the spring is coming up, which the spring card has been coming up a lot in these readings that I've done. And I'm thinking that in the winter time, like the weather just kind of has you down in kind of a funk, seasonal affective disorder, when the days are short and the nights are long and it's cold out and it's cloudy a lot and people often get in a funk. So I feel like that some depression, weather-related depression could be part of your problem. And that might be why, maybe you had some friends that invited you out and said, hey, instead of staying at home on Valentine's Day, let's go have dinner or something and at least get out of the house. And you were offered to do something and you flat out turned them down because you were kind of in a sad, depressed state. So that's kind of where that feels like that's coming in. The next card is the Muse card. And what made me think there is that someone played with your heart sometime in the past. They were just amusing themselves with you, and that was part of what caused the barrier in your heart or around your heart right now. So someone was not nice to you in the past. They were playing with you. They were not serious about you. You liked that person and they kind of yanked you around and they did you kind of dirty. And I feel like that is kind of what maybe part of that blockage is for you. Received. Okay, so what is this? I feel like that's saying if it's a blockage. Okay, so it feels like you've asked for some help and your guides and your angels and your people on the other side have heard your call for help and they are saying, we have received your message. We are sending reinforcements. I am that reinforcement. I am that person that is here to help clear the path and the blocks to get where you want to go. Sometimes it's hard for us to figure out what our problem is, and sometimes you need a little help. And so that just kind of feels like that's your angels and everybody's saying, we've received your SOS call and we're trying to help you in whatever way we can. Have some patience. We're working on it. And then the tribe is, I feel like that is saying, get in touch or find your soul tribe. And your soul tribe could be girlfriends, guy friends, friends, people who you have stuff in common with, people that you may have a common life purpose with, people who are your people. And if you surround yourself with them and start spending time with them, one, it's highly possible that you could find the love of your life. If you're doing stuff that you're interested in doing and they are doing stuff they are interested in doing, say you're volunteering or whatever, and you meet somebody doing that, that's where you've met them at. So I feel like you need to just get involved with the people that want to spend time with you. Like I said, whether it's girlfriends or guy friends, whether it's a book club, start a book club, start a meetup group, do something and collect the people that are like-minded and like you. And if you've got time that you're spending with them, one, you're not going to be worried about being home alone on Valentine's Day because you're just not going to feel lonely. It's like you're going to have that connection that you're searching for. That's one of the reasons we want to be with somebody, is to have that connection with another person. Well, the soul tribe are a whole lot of people that you can have that connection, intimate connection with. And I don't mean intimate sex connection. I mean intimate conversations and where you can, be yourself around them. So I feel like they're saying, find those people. All right. Now, this is for those of you who maybe do have somebody in your life. You've been dating somebody, but for whatever reason, you're not with that person on Valentine's Day. And maybe they have blocks that they are currently working with. So that's what this next row is going to be, is what blocks is the person that you wish you were with on Valentine's Day dealing with. So this way, you're not going to be beating yourself up and thinking there's something wrong with you. This is kind of showing you and laying out, this is the stuff that they are dealing with currently. And this is why you guys can't be together at this moment in time. I feel like that card wants to come out. Summer. So maybe in the summertime, they're going to be ready for you. But right now, the timing is not right. What other blocks are the people that Aries are waiting for? A mask. They are still currently wearing a mask and hiding behind who they really are. They're not being authentic with you. They are still pretending to be somebody that they are not. And you don't want to get to know that person anyway. You want to get to know the real people. deep down inside. So that other person is still pretending something. So what other blocks do the Aries people that they're thinking about, what are they dealing with right now? What? Oh, there's two. Okay, so they've got abandonment issues that there are a lot of childhood self-worth core wounds that everybody deals with. And that stuff comes up when you start dating somebody and you get triggered. And fear of abandonment is a major one that I don't know if everybody deals with it, but I think it sounds like the majority of people deal with it. So when someone doesn't call you when you think they should have called, this feeling of I'm not worthy, they don't think I'm good enough, and they're going to leave me crops up. And that's probably because something happened in a previous life and you were abandoned. Cycles, oh God, cycles, sometimes there is just absolutely nothing that can be done until a cycle gets completed. Sometimes it's a financial cycle. Sometimes it's a karmic cycle. Sometimes I feel like I just finished up a cycle of a 1.5 year growth cycle. And I've finally come into the end of that. And instead of me learning everything that I have learned, now I can start teaching what I've learned and help other people get through their cycles and move forward. So what other blocks are the Aries people that they are thinking of going through? What other blocks are those Aries people's people going through? Any other blocks that they are dealing with? The Twin Flame card came out. That came out in one of the readings I did yesterday for this. That makes me think that there's two things that could be going on with that. One is the person that you are thinking of and wanting to be with is your twin flame. And you are just in separation right now because the twin flame journey comes up. You come together, you meet, you trigger, you step away and heal. And you just keep coming together and then stepping away and healing. And it just is this process of together, separate, until you finally get to the point where you've almost got all of your wounds healed and then you can come together. Either that or the person that you want to be with belongs to somebody else and they are someone else's twin flame and they are never going to be with you. So don't take that personally, because if they really, really do belong to another person and are meant to be or destined to be with another person, then you can wish and want and beg and pray for that person to come back and it's not ever going to happen. So don't take that personally either. You can't take anything personally that's going on with another person. That's just something that y'all need to learn. And if you haven't learned that, then that ought to be a card that's coming out here. All right, one more block for the person that you are thinking about today. Whenever you're watching this, if you're not watching this on Valentine's Day, then that one wanted to come out. Then this still kind of applies. I mean, really, mute. This just sounds like they're just not saying anything right now and they're being really super quiet. Which reminds me that I have heard and studied relationships since my 20s. And I have found out and heard and read and studied that a lot of times men will break up with women right before Valentine's Day if they do not believe that that is somebody they want to be with the rest of their life. So if you recently went through a breakup, it's very possible that that was their way of saying, I liked you, we had fun hanging out, doing stuff together, having sex, whatever was going on, but I don't see a future with you. And Valentine's Day tends to be one of those days where you kind of put on the show of like you really love somebody and you want to spend time with them. And so if they're not feeling you, they could be going, yeah, I need to let them go now because I'm not going to lead them on any longer. And they just know. It's almost like Valentine's Day has this way of making people decide, is this someone I want to continue with down the road, or is this someone that has got to go? And Valentine's Day can make or break. And that's what can make Valentine's Day super difficult, is because somebody's broken up with you right before. So I am sorry that that has happened to you. But anyway, I feel like that's what's going on right now. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any constructive criticism, let me know that too. If you have any thing you want to say, or if you want a reading that pertains to your own personal situation, again, this is just a general reading, but I would love to help you out, and I hope you come back and see me again. Thanks. Bye.